Hello, I'm Dr. Jester. Here's one thing that is easily predictable in the nature. Yeah, eventually there is going to be rain in the rainforest. Eventually there is going to be snow in the northern and very southern parts of the planet. That water is wet. That there is a rising sun and a sunset, Well, if you're not in these extremes of the planet, but eventually there will be every a couple of days, every 6 months. Well, games journalists getting butthurt over mods. Those are the things that are, basically the most predictable things in life. Yeah, hey, even death itself is also predictable. You're going to die no matter what. Either of old age, of disease, or something. Games journalist. Here from Games Radar Plus. Stellar Blade already has mods thanks to its Steam demo, and you simply won't believe this. The top 3 are all nude mods. They are already very, very butthurt. They were already butthurt when the game came out. They were even more butthurt when the game was a success, and their other slops were a massive failure. They were super triggered on this game. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Why you guys are expecting something more? It's a games journalist. It's expected for them to be this triggered. Really, I'm not lying here. The newest mods uploaded while I was writing the paragraphs we're about to read are also adult mods, and it doesn't get any more obvious than Eve with no clothes on. In fairness, there are only a couple of dozen mods available for the game right now. It is, after all, not fully out on PC yet. This is mostly just modders riffing on the content of the demo and extrapolating that for the full game. One mod even specified it's simply a test for the demo. Yeah, there is just a demo out right now. I tested it and it seems to be pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it seems pretty solid. The performance is stellar. See what I did there? I'll show myself out. Right. There are also some new outfits for protagonist Eve that aren't her birthday suit and this, and I think that some of the best stellar mods will be found in the long run. Yeah. Here is continuing. That being said, the new mods have significantly more downloads and interactions on Nexus mods, and I don't know if that trend is going to change very much when the game is out and folks really go wild. Before I continue, here is something awesome. I'm back, baby. Yeah, right. Continuing with the butthurtness. This is, of course, the least surprising thing that has ever happened. As soon as the PC version of Stellar Blade was confirmed, I saw countless folks predict that the mods would be unhinged. Yeah, imagine that, the mods having the main protagonist, which is a bunch of pixels, And they... you know, what's interesting is that they seem to be afraid of the female form. You show them a woman with big boobies and they start to shit themselves in fear. But that's the left lately, and some on the right too. Looking at you, Melanie Mac. Then apparently a butt is enough to trigger them, even though it's actually you controlling the camera and you do the same thing on Tomb Raider. But details. Just tiny little details that nobody seems to care. That adds a context to the outrage, right? It's nothing. But games journalists and woke right. The left and the woke right. What a weird combination. They want the same thing in the end, which is the censorship. They just disagree on the process and possibly the reason, but they all want the same thing. Burkas and niqabs. Yeah. Imagine Stellar Blade with a niqab. Ugh. That would be ugly. Ugh. I just shudder just to think about it. Right, continuing. Here's what he said in the end. And making a link to themselves. Stellar Blade devs game review sparks a art accusation. Sounds like its own take on Genshin Impact and surprised nobody with art so horny. I can't show you the whole thing here. Yeah. I'm not clicking on that because enough about that. Here we go with the gamer. It seems that they are fighting between Kotaku to see who is the shittiest website to report these news on the internet. Oh, and Polygon, and IGN, and PC Gamer. But so far, the gamer is winning. Congrats, the gamer. In your attempt of reaching shitty levels of shittiness. Right. It's taken less than 72 hours for Stellar Blade demos that get bombarded with raunchy mods. This one is actually a little bit more triggered than the other one. It's funny, isn't it? Stellar Blade's PC release is another matter entirely, though, while all the official content walks the NSFW tightrope, not safe for work, the same can't be said for the many raunchy mods that we all expect would be made once the game finally made its way on Steam. That will happen later this month, on June 11th, but thanks to the recent release of the Stellar Blade demo, the raunchy mod floodgates have been officially opened. Once again, I see no problems with that, but for some reason, somewhere, this guy has a problem with it. At the time of writing, there are currently 33 mods for the Stellar Blade on the website Nexus Mods. Interesting, 33. Expedition 33. Right, moving on. We've got a series of mods that alters Eve's existing suits to have her beats speaking through, as well as a couple of mods that just strips her entirely. Then you have some slightly more bizarre mods, such as the Jesus Christ, English, such as the ones that replace Taki's character portrait in the archives with a more NSFW one. These people are absolutely insane and upset with the female form. If you want to make them afraid, if you want them to be afraid of everything and stop them from going anywhere, just have some big beautiful boobies plastered on the screen. Big beautiful boobies. Oh. Big beautiful boobies. Triple B's. See. That's stellar. Acronym. Yeah, see what I did there again. Alright. You also believe that a game like Stellar Blade, which has arguably some of the most conventionally attractive characters in video games, would be safe from the standard yassification. You know, I was glad that I wasn't aware of that word a few weeks ago. Then I had to research to know what it was. Then I forgot what it meant and the word itself, and I was glad of that. But once again, the gamer bringing back that word to my brain. Yeah, it's to beautify a character, that's it. There are certain games that are definitely necessary, like Oblivion, Starfield? Yeah, Starfield. Jesus Christ, that game from Bethesda was a total failure. And other games. But, well, in this one, I don't think it's necessary, but then again, people can do whatever they want. And the mod that they linked here, it wasn't that bad. Actually, it looked good. Not a problem. I don't see any issue, but apparently this guy does. Where was I? Yeah. Justification mods that are usually made for the games with female leads, but games with female leads. You see what he sneaked in there? Games with female leads. The problem is that many of the modern day games with female leads, the female leads are, well, looking a bit like men. Or at least teenage boys. And I'm sorry to tell you this, but I like women being women, not teenage boys. I'm very sorry to disappoint you, woke-right and wokeists. But women are women, men are men. I know it pains. It pains you to listen to that, to hear it, but it is the truth. Right. There is indeed a mod that claims to give Eve a beautification, which is possibly the only one I can safely link to without accidentally subjecting someone to degenerate parts of the internet. The person who says technically uses that word, I think maybe you should take a look at the stuff that he enjoys. I'm afraid to check it out actually too. Yeah, I don't want to know. I really don't want to know. But leave it to games journalists. I'm wondering, once the game is really fully released, what sort of butthurt are we going to see? And especially with big, beautiful boobies. It's going to be stellar to see everything happening on Stellar Blade. See what I did there twice? Have a cheery bye.